We are finally getting the chance to lead. It is a new day for us.
Welcome to Treasures from God's Word. Join us as we explore the riches of the Bible.
We are happy to have Jehovah as our God. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks. Have you ever noticed how people today are looking for something to hold on to? Some put their trust in money, some in political systems, others in education, power, technology, or religion. And when life becomes difficult, they do what people have always done. They cry out for help. But the question is, who can really help them? That question takes us to a powerful truth in Isaiah chapter 57. Jehovah exposes the emptiness of false worship and the insecurity of those who trust in lifeless idols. At Isaiah 57:13, Jehovah says, in effect, that when trouble comes, the things people have gathered and depended on will not save them. Their idols will be carried away like something so light that even a breath of wind can remove it. That is a sobering warning, and at the same time, it is a comforting reminder for us. Why? Because we are happy to have Jehovah as our God. We are not relying on powerless images, empty systems, or human solutions that cannot last. We serve the living God, the only one who can truly protect, guide, and save. Today, we will consider 3 important lessons from Isaiah 57. First, idol worshippers who cry out for help are not heard. Second, people without Jehovah are restless and divided. And third, there is no peace for the wicked. Then we will end by seeing why Jehovah's servants have every reason to be happy. Let us first think about the warning in Isaiah chapter 57. Jehovah was speaking to Judah, a people who still claimed to be his people, yet many of them had turned to false worship. They had a form of religion, but their heart was not right. They had a collection of idols, and they trusted in things that could not speak, think, or save. Jehovah made it clear that their outward acts would not impress him. Their so-called righteousness was shallow. Their religious display was empty. And when judgment came, their idols would not be able to answer them. That truth was fulfilled in a serious way in 607 BCE, when Babylon destroyed Jerusalem, burned the temple, and carried many of the people into exile. The lesson was unmistakable. Jehovah's warning is not empty. If people ignore him and cling to false worship, their trust will collapse when they need it most. What does that mean for us today? We may not bow down to carved statues, but idolatry still exists in many forms. Anything that takes the place of Jehovah in a person's heart becomes an idol. It may be money, it may be human wisdom, it may be a career, it may be a political movement, it may even be self-confidence, where a person thinks, I do not need Jehovah, I can handle life on my own. But when hardship comes, what happens? A bank account can be frozen, a career can disappear, a government can fail, a human leader can disappoint, even health can suddenly change. So if a person has built life on anything other than Jehovah, the foundation is weak. Think of someone who carefully fills a storage room with expensive tools, emergency supplies, and backup equipment. Then disaster comes, maybe a fire, a flood, or violent winds. All the things they trusted in may be scattered in a moment. That is the picture Jehovah gives through Isaiah. The things people depend on may look impressive, but they cannot stand against Jehovah's judgment. How wise, then, that we do not put our confidence in idols. We serve the living God, who hears prayer, who remembers his people, and who acts at the right time. When we are afraid, we can pray. When we are discouraged, we can pray. When we are facing temptation, we can pray. When we feel weak, we can pray. Jehovah is not silent. He is not made of stone. He is not powerless. He is the living God. That is one reason we are happy to have Jehovah as our God. We are also reminded of the destruction of Babylon the Great, the world empire of false religion. Revelation shows that Jehovah will bring an end to all forms of false worship. So we are wise never to go back to the ways of false religion, never to trust in religious traditions that contradict the Bible, and never to believe that empty ceremony can replace sincere obedience. Imagine how foolish it would be for someone to leave a burning house and then run back inside to collect decorations that cannot save them. That is what it would be like to return to false worship after Jehovah has shown us the truth. He has called us out. He has given us light. He has given us hope. Why would we go back to something that cannot help us? Instead, we say with gratitude, Jehovah is my God. Jehovah is my refuge. Jehovah is my security.
Now, before we move on to the second point, please don't forget to subscribe. Isaiah uses a striking picture. He compares the wicked to the sea, restless, noisy, unstable, constantly churning. What a fitting description of the world around us. The world may seem powerful, but it has no real peace. It is always tossing up anger, fear, division, and conflict. Just think about what people argue over today. Some are divided over politics. Others are divided over race, social class, nationality, or money. Families can be divided over property, inheritance, or old grudges. Friends may stop speaking to each other because of a disagreement. On social media, people often pour out anger instead of understanding. It is like a stormy ocean that never settles. But Jehovah's people are different. We come from many backgrounds, many languages, and many cultures, yet we are united. Why? Because Jehovah is the center of our worship. We do not let politics divide us. We do not let tribalism rule us. We do not let pride destroy our unity. We are all learning to think, speak, and act in a way that honors Jehovah. Imagine a sister in school who is surrounded by classmates who keep arguing about trends, status, and popularity. She does not get drawn into the noise. She remains kind, steady, and peaceful. She is not tossed around by every opinion. She has Jehovah. That is not weakness, that is strength. People in the world may think peace comes from winning arguments or having control, but real peace comes from knowing Jehovah and being at peace with Him. A person who is spiritually stable is not easily shaken by every political wave or social storm. So when we see the world becoming more restless and divided, we do not panic. It only confirms that Jehovah's word is true, and it reminds us that our peace is precious. We are happy to have Jehovah as our God because He gathers a united people out of a divided world. Now, let us consider the third lesson. There is no peace for the wicked. That statement may sound severe, but it is true. Why? Because peace is not just the absence of war or noise. True peace is the calm of a clean conscience, a right standing with Jehovah, and a life guided by righteousness. A person can smile on the outside and still be deeply troubled inside. A person can own many things and still have no peace in the heart. A person can even appear religious and still feel empty, guilty, and restless. Why is that? Because sin creates distance from Jehovah. The Bible shows that when a person knowingly follows what is bad, the conscience becomes troubled. Deep inside, there is no rest. The mind is unsettled. The heart is uneasy. The person may distract himself with pleasure, entertainment, alcohol, money, or false religion, but the inner trouble remains. That is why the psalmist said that he felt no peace because of sin. And that is why Isaiah could say that the wicked have no peace. But the good news is this: Jehovah is not only the God of peace, He is the source of peace. He gives peace through His Spirit. He gives peace through His Word. He gives peace through prayer. He gives peace through forgiveness. He gives peace through a clean conscience. So how do we acquire that peace? The Bible's answer is simple. Turn away from what is bad and do what is good. That means if a person has been hiding wrongdoing, he should stop hiding it and make things right. If someone has been feeding anger, he needs to let it go. If a person has been secretly entertaining immoral thoughts or behavior, he needs to fight against it and seek Jehovah's help. If someone has been pursuing selfish ambition, he should replace it with humility and obedience. How to show that we are happy to have Jehovah as our God? So how do we show this happiness in practical terms? First, we keep trusting Jehovah in prayer. Not only when things are hard, but every day. Prayer shows that we depend on Him, not on ourselves. Second, we avoid modern forms of idolatry. We do not let money, popularity, nationalism, or human ideas crowd Jehovah out of our hearts. Third, we protect our peace by staying close to Jehovah's standards. We avoid things that damage the conscience. We pursue what is clean, honest, and loving. So, what have we learned? We learned that idol worshippers who cry out for help are not heard because their idols are powerless. We learned that people without Jehovah are like a restless sea, always in motion, never truly at peace. So each one of us can say with conviction, Jehovah is my God, and I am truly blessed. May we always treasure that relationship, stay loyal to Him, and never turn back to anything that cannot save. Please subscribe so we can grow the channel. Thanks.